Hello and welcome to my channel. I am Bobby at the Paper Jungle, and this is my newest design creation for Country Craft Creations. This is using their exclusive collection called Here Comes the Bride, and I have made a fairly small album. This is 8 by 7 with an 1.25 inch spine, and I used some satin ribbon that I had in my stash for my closure. I added an eyelet here. It's a very simple album. This is one of the cut-aparts, and this was on the cut-apart sheet as well. I used a die from my stash to cut out that flourish, and I have left the spine and the back plain so far. I'm going to give this to my grandson and his little bride, so I'm going to let them pick what they want on the spine. I have plenty of cut-aparts and things included in the collection that they can choose what they want. So when you open the album, on the inside front cover, I have a folder here that just opens out. I've added some flowers. These I've had for quite a while. They did come from Country Craft Creations. They're Prima flowers, and I just typed out on my word processor, together is the best place to be. And this is one of the cut-aparts, and I added a little ribbon here. And we have a place for the bride's picture and the groom over here. And then I have a little pocket, and I've added a doily. This is from a gift I received made by Heartfelt Collections. It is so pretty, and I thought that would make an amazing place for them to put a photo of the two of them. And then I have some of the cut-aparts in here. And that is the front cover. On the spine I have two clear pockets. This one just has a tag in it using the dark Artisan Gray, and it's blank on the back. These are super easy to make, and there is a tutorial following this walkthrough that explains exactly how to make these little window pockets. On the back side you have a pocket, and let me see here, I've got to cut apart. You can put all kinds of photos, memorabilia. We have another clear pocket over here, and then on the back side another pocket, and I used one of the cut-aparts and another little doily cut out. It says Here Comes the Bride, and this is from the cover sheet. And then on the inside back cover we have a little mini flip out. Whoops. This is a little accordion, and it opens like this, and there's room for multiple photos here. It just flaps out like that. I've cut several photo mats for them, and they can decide which colors they want to use. They may want white or cream, whatever they want I'll cut for them, and then they have room for 10 pictures on this side and 10 on the opposite side. And then we have another pocket here for more photos and journaling. So it was a real quick and easy album to make. They have already seen it and they love it, so that's all that matters. So I hope you enjoy this walkthrough. There is a full tutorial following the walkthrough, so I hope you'll take a look at that, and if you do decide to make one of these, I hope you'll share photos with me. And this is one of the bookmarks that Tammy has in her store that is part of the collection. Well, it's not like a kit, but I mean it's something she has that matches the collection. So that is my album. I hope you love it, and stay tuned for the tutorial. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Hey everyone, it's Bobby. I am building the Here Comes the Bride album this morning, the smaller of the two that I'm going to make, and I wanted to mat my cover before I put it together. So I used these 4-inch spacers that Tammy sent, and I put here, this is the 1/4 inch, and then here on this side, and mine is not perfect, I realize that it's a little bit wider over here, but I had to use a piece of chipboard because I've only got 1/4 inch, and my chipboard was not perfect. So but it looks good, I think. I love the layout. I like having the extra border on the front, so I called Tammy and told her I need another set because in this group you get a 1/4 inch, a 3/8, and a half. So I need 2 of them in order to make it perfectly square or rectangle, whatever, but or have perfect margins is what I mean to say. So I thought it was a really neat trick to be able to mat your covers before you put it together. And then we put the mat back in place. And another thing I discovered is when you're putting your book together, if you'll lay this in your spine in your scoreboard, whoa, I can't think of the words, and just run this along your chipboard just lightly. Don't use anything sharp because you don't want to poke a hole through it. But if you'll do that, you can see a perfect margin, and it gives you perfect placement for your cover. And you just can't go wrong on this. So if you'll put your glue down, and I don't want to get too close because I don't want my glue to ooze out on the front. I just had to work on this stupid thing and it still isn't right. Let me get some more glue to come out of here. It's been giving me fits today. Hope you don't mind my old grubby crafting jacket, but it turned cold here. It was nice this morning and all of a sudden it got cold again, so I had to go drag out my old crafting jacket. It's covered with ink and what have you. And you can just push this right up to that seam and you'll have a perfect cover every time. Just like that, and burnish it down. And we'll flip it over and burnish this side. And see how nice that lays? Perfect every time. Perfect, perfect. I'll push this over just a hair. Makes a beautiful cover. Really nice. Actually, I didn't push this one over far enough. I'll get it just a little bit farther. And then turn it around and do the opposite side. And just run it right in there. And you can see perfectly right where to slide your cover to. Oops, we got a little overzealous right there. There we go. And we'll put this one right up to that fold. Like that. Oh, didn't want to lay. There we go. Flip it over and burnish it down. And you've got your album cover. That one's not glued down good. I gotta burnish that one some more. Looks really good. Make sure I don't have any glue seeping out there. Beautiful, beautiful. like to let them set up a little bit before I open them, but I wanted to show you, and see, this one is the same way. I put that one together the very same way. And that's for my second album on the Here Comes the Bride. But I thought that was really neat to be able to get your cover matted before you put it together, and then we can flip it over and build the inside. And once we're done with the inside, all we've got to do is embellish the cover, so it makes it go a lot quicker. At least it felt like to me it did. But anyway, I wanted to share that with you. I'm going to start building the inside, and I will be back with you for too long. I am working on the inside of the front cover, and I have two pieces here of the, I think it's called Winter Gray. It's Artisan cardstock. It's this light gray color. She has a dark gray and a light gray. I think it's called Winter Gray, I believe. And these pieces measure 6 3/4 by 5, and they're scored at 1/2 inch. And I'm going to attach them to the inside of the front cover to make almost a gatefold, but it's going to have a little bit of an overlap. And I have a ribbon here for a pull tab, and I have a magnet in here. And I have attached the bride paper on the back side of this one and the groom on the back side of this one, so they can have photos of each of them individually, because most of them, you know, will be of the couple together. So I'm going to add some glue here. Oops. I think I might have got a little. And I'm just going to get it as centered as I can from top to bottom. About like that. Make sure it's straight. Like that. Get this burnished down real good. Little glue oozing out there. And then I want to put this one on the opposite side. And then I can set my magnet on the back before I put down my inside paper. So I'm going to put this shy of that seam. And make sure these two line up here. That looks pretty good right there. So we'll burnish this down. And then let me get a magnet. And it doesn't have any glue on it anymore. So I'm going to use a piece of score tape to attach it. This is one that I salvaged from another project. So I'm going to put that down there. Well, it didn't catch. There it did. Got it that time. So there's my magnet. Okay, so this will tuck under, and that will hold it closed. And then we can embellish this later. Does that match? Yes, it does. Thought for a minute I'm looking at it at an angle and I wasn't sure it matched. So this paper is going to go on the inside of the bride's shoes. And you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking I might want something different in here. Let me see. That might be pretty in there, although this piece isn't wide enough. wine glasses, see what that looks like. And that'd be pretty in there, won't it? I think I'll put that in there. Let me pause this and I'll cut some paper and I'll be right back. Okay guys, here's where we're at. On the inside front cover, I have just cut out the, from the cut apart sheet, the ceremonies, and I blacked it on some of the summer gray. I added a little piece of ribbon here. I think I already showed you that. And then on the inside, I have my papers down. I did the one I showed you with the champagne glasses, and I've just got 3 of the cut aparts in here for right now in this little pocket. And I cut apart the bride and groom and added that in there. And it's held by a magnet. So we're going to jump over to the inside back cover. Now they have seen something they want, and I have not made this before, so let's hope it works out. But I'm going to give you the scores. This is let me get this out of the way, one piece of 12 by 12. I think she called it winter gray, I'm not sure. And you're going to cut it in half. This is your 12 by 12. The first piece you're going to score at 6.5, and then every 3/4 inches all the way out. So it's going to be at 7.25, at 8, 8 3/4, 9.5, 10.25, and 11. And then you're going to have to trim off a little bit, but wait till you get ready to put the 2 pieces together. Thought I heard something fall off on the floor. So that is your first piece. Then on the second piece, it is also 12 by 6, and you are going to score at 3/4, 1.5, 2.25, and 3. And then you're going to score again at 9.5, and we're going to fold it down to make a little pocket on the inside here, but we'll get to that shortly. So you are going to fan fold each one of these so that it's like that. Same thing on this portion. You're going to fan fold it together. Now the reason I said you may have to trim it, when you get ready to put this one over the top of this one, they need to sit together really nice so that your folds all match up like that. And then when you close it, you'll have an inside pocket, and it should lay, mine's just like a 1/16 of an inch off down, but I don't think it's going to hurt anything. It's the first time I've made one of these, so we'll see. Where did oh, let me run and get my glue. I took it in the other room overnight where it's warmer. Hold on. It gets pretty chilly in here at night, and I always carry my glue into the other room where it's warmer so it doesn't get too cold. So we're going to attach these 2 together, and I'm going to add glue here. And I prefer the art glitter glue, but you can use double-sided tape or whatever you want to use. Whatever works best for you in your climate. So this is just going to slip over this one, and it needs to line up end for end. And when you fold it down together, it should match up like that. So let me burnish it real good, and I'll flip it over. I got a little glue oozing out there. I'll get rid of that. Now I am going to, when you fold it, when it's completely done, it'll fold down like this and make a little pocket. I am going to add ribbon to mine to help hold it down when I put it in the book. And here's my ribbon. And it's, one piece is just a hair longer than the other one because it has to wrap over the top. I didn't have a lot of ribbon left, so this is the longer piece. So it is going to attach on the back, and this is 6. So let me find my score tape. Half-inch score tape, where are you? Oh, I left it out. I'm looking in the drawer and it's laying on top of the counter. Okay, so which one was the longest? This one. It's actually going to go at the 3-inch mark. And I like to put a little wet glue down underneath it. And we will put that right along the 3-inch. Whoops. Straight, hopefully. And I'll put a piece of score tape over it to secure it. And then we will need the other piece to match up, which is going to be 3 inches under here. So let me turn that over so we can put it here. And we'll need a piece right here. There, and another piece of score tape. Put that right on there. Okay, so now I'm not going to attach this to my book till I know if I like it. So what we need to make this work is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here they are. And I cut, so you're actually going to need 10 pieces. And these are 3 by 5. And I am going to, I think I want to round the corners on the top edge. Let me find my little corner rounder, what I do with it. I have so much stuff out here. Where'd you go, little corner rounder? Well, don't know what I did with it. I can always corner around them after, I guess. Let me put that under here. I've got so much stuff on my desk. Well, not really sure. I'll find it. And I'll worry with it later. It's the top edge is going to be loose anyway, so I can always come back and round the top edges. I wasn't going to do the bottom anyway. So we're going to attach glue here. And I probably should have done it to the flange first. And it's going to sit right in here, lined up with the edge. And then we will fold this down. This time I'm going to put it on this piece, just to be safe. And we'll put the second one down. one. Make sure those are all on the edge. Yep. Third one. I think that one's not completely straight. Let me pop that off of there real quick. There we go. That's better. Third one. Fourth one. And one more. And the fifth one is going to go on here. Now, I've seen these before, and I don't know where they originated. The kids saw this, and they just loved this album. They said, "Oh, can you put that in ours?" I said, "Well, I've never made one before, but I'll give it my best shot." So, I'm going to try. If I don't like it, I won't glue it in the book. So now we want to go back the other way. Okay, when my camera died, I believe we were on the inside. Let me move this out of the way. This other album cover's getting in my way. I was putting this piece together, and I wanted to get it put together before I added it to the album to make sure I really liked it, and I showed it to my grandson and he loved it. So I have added it to the album and just put a solid piece of the pink, my colors, on the front, and I'm going to add this cut apart here with the doily kind of peeking out, and then there'll be some flowers and other things on here to finish it out. But for now, where the camera died was I was putting this second row on, and when you pull it out, this is what you get, is this fan fold. So you've got 5 photo mats on each side, so that gives you a total of 10 for 5, and then 10 back on the back side when you lay it down. You can actually put journaling or photos on the back. I didn't put anything on it yet because I'm not sure how she's going to want to handle it. But once you close it down, then this was the score line on the right hand side, and I just glued it down to make a pocket. And I've got a couple of cut aparts. I imagine she'll put pictures in here, but for now I just wanted to show you that. So that's how that goes. And it doesn't lay flat. Well, it lays flat like that, but these are always going to stick up. And then this is just glued down to the bottom, to the back. You could leave this open on one edge if you wanted to use it as a tuck spot, but I figured she would put pictures here, and there's going to be plenty of room for her to put her pictures down because, like I said, it was a very small wedding. So I'm going to tie this up for now, and I do want to backtrack and show you what I have put on the other side, the front cover that we worked on earlier. Let me tie this up. Okay, there's that. And I'll tuck these up under here so I don't lose them until I'm ready to get my flowers cut out. And then on this side I added ceremony. I don't remember if I showed you that or not. I tell you, I've had the baby so much the last few days I can't remember what I did and what I showed you. But I had added bride in here and groom over here, and then just put a couple cut aparts, but she's got plenty of room for photos. That'll be so pretty to have Donnie's picture here and Summer over here. So that'll be really pretty. And then I'm going to add something to the spine, maybe 2 pages. I had originally thought 3, but I think that might be kind of tight with 3, so we'll see how it goes from here. But I just wanted to catch you up to date on that, and I'll decide on this, and I'll be right back with you, and I'll get my flowers cut out so we can embellish that. On the front, I am going to put, let me see, I moved it over here. I'm going to use this cut apart, and then this says forever begins today, and I'll add some flowers over here as well. So I think that'll be really pretty. I love that photograph. It's really pretty. Alright, so that is my plan so far. I will be back shortly. Okay, we're going to finish this up today. This is the album, and all I have done since I was with you last is add flowers, and I typed out on my computer word processor, "Together is the best place to be," and made a little flag and added that here. And that is all I have done to that side. And then on this side I did like I told you. I added the doily with this cut apart, and I used a die to cut this out, this floral spray. And then I did add some neutral colors on the back of these. And then I've cut her out several photo mats. I don't know whether she'll want the pink, the blue, or the gray. I didn't glue any of them down. I'm just going to leave that her choice, and when she decides which pictures she wants to put in it, then we can fix them down permanently. So that's what I've done so far. Now all that's left is to put something on the spine, and I have created one window pocket, and I'm going to make a second one and show you how to do that. And it's just going to sit here like this, and there will be a second one, and then you can fill each pocket with whatever you want to put in it. They're just clear window pockets, and I got a little overzealous with my glue, but I can get that loose, I think. Looks like it's seeped out a little bit there. Yeah, there we go. Make sure it's nice and open all the way down. Yeah, there we go. So you can put all kinds of photo mats, tags, inserts, documentation, whatever you want to do. So there's going to be one here, and then there will be, I have a second one. Oh, here's the second one, and it will go here. So that's what we're going to do, and I'll show you how to do that real quick. They're super simple to make, really simple. So let me get the album out of the way. So you're going to need a piece of the gray, the light gray cardstock, and this is 6 3/8 by 4 3/4, and I've scored it 3 times, but you really only need to score it twice. So score it at 3/4 and 5/8, and then we will burnish on the first one. I thought I wanted it to kind of have more space, but I found that I didn't need it, so I'm just going to burnish on that second 5/8 inch line. Kind of have to push it into place. Come on, little turkey. There we go. Just so that it will lay flat, and it'll give it a little extra room. So this is the part that will be glued into the album, into the spine. So then I cut a piece of design paper that is 7 3/8 by, I think, 4.5. Yes, 4.5. And I'm going to score it on 3 sides. It's going to be on both short ends at 1/2. and one long side. And I see is this. Let's make the shoes right side up instead of upside down. Okay. Now we want to burnish on all three of those score lines. And I like this one better. It gives such a nice crease. And this one. Now I want to cut, how far down did I cut on the last one? Let me grab it. I think just a half an inch. About 3/4 of an inch. So let me make a little mark here at 3/4 of an inch. I'll line it up there, 1, 2, 3. Actually, 1, 2, 3. I'll mark it on this side so I can see what I'm doing. And this one as well. 1, 2, 3. Make a mark there. And then you can just cut it off from that line up to the fold. Hang on to it. Right to the corner. Just like that. Okay, from the fold. I'm not sure where my line is. Can't see it for the print. Oh, there it is, right at the bottom of the pink. Okay. Don't want to cut it wrong. Right from the fold. And to that mark. And then we can ink it. And then I want to ink the front side over here. Now these are going to fold in and this is going to fold up. And I want to cut out just a snippet to make it look like it's mitered. So I'm just going to line up my scissors and cut it like that. And then again over here. And then I want to ink these little points. Now this piece here can be cut away. We don't need that. It's just extra bulk. Okay, so now all we have to do is take our sheet and lay it in here and fold your sides down, and if it buckles, then you need to trim just a hair more off. So let me do that real quick, just a hair. And it's hard to see what you're trimming off because this clear stuff is a pain. Just like that. I think that should be enough. Not quite enough. Let me do it again. Okay. Hopefully that'll take care of it. I think I went all the way to the edge. Okay, put it back down in here. And it should go, yeah. You see it's just a little bit above that angle cut that I put in there. And I'm going to take a 1/4 inch off of it, the height of it. Hard for me to see what I'm doing here. Put a piece of paper underneath it that'll help me. It's just real hard to see it. There we go. Hopefully that'll, yeah, that's better. That's much better. So now all you have to do is apply a little glue to these two side flaps. Don't get too much or it'll ooze out all over your acetate. And you sure don't want that. And then across the bottom. Go. Now we can attach this to this piece, and then you're able to decorate the back as well. So I'm going to line up my edges here. And I've got a little leeway at the top that I can trim off, but that's no big deal. Just like that. Now I will trim this off just a little bit. I'm probably getting fingerprints all over the acetate. The way I'm holding on to it. There we go. Now we can ink it again. That's your second pocket. And now we can put it in the book. Alright guys, that's going to take care of it for the tutorial. And I will be back with the walkthrough of the finished album and cover. I hope you love it, and if you make one, I would love to see your finished project too. Thanks for sharing. Have a great day. Bye.